Hey everyone, out here day one on the Pacific Crest Trail, about 9 miles in. It's later in the afternoon. Found this little shady bit to take a siesta and just kind of hang out through the heat of the day. Only going to do a couple more miles today before I make camp, and yeah, feeling good. All the pieces feel good, but didn't have any coffee this morning, so I think I'm working on a little bit of a caffeine headache, and thought that I would let you in on what I brought out to make coffee. So that I am a big specialty coffee fan, and worked as a barista a couple of years back, and really enjoy making good coffee and drinking good coffee. And so I brought out a whole bunch of gear to make specialty slow pours while I'm out on the trail. And in case you're wondering if that's a little absurd, it definitely is. So hauling about 5 extra pounds of gear, so I thought I'd show it to you. So when I hiked the AT, most of the time I didn't have a stove, so I brought out a stove to make my coffee with. So just got a really great MSR stove on top, and then a canister. Got a Hario gooseneck kettle. This is really great equipment. Hario is a company from Japan. So I got that, got water in that already. We'll try and keep this balanced as we're going. This is the first time I've made it on trail using all this gear. I've used the gear before, but just not on trail. So it's a first time experience for all of us. So got a Hario V60 cone filter. And so that takes one of these cone filters right there. Got a coffee grinder. Got coffee grinder, so yeah, that works. Got a Snow Peak titanium mug. This is my this is just my camping mug, so my backpacking mug, so that'll work for our coffee cup as we're making things. And then brought out a digital coffee scale. So when you're making really good coffee, you want to weigh the beans out, you want to weigh the water out, you want to make sure that you're timing what you're doing. It's helps make the best cup of coffee that you can. And it's a little yeah, it's a little absurd to be doing it out on trail, but I'm gonna give it a go. Think y'all might enjoy it, and keep going on that. And I'll make it right here for you and so you can see how it goes. So brought out some whole bean coffee. This Merit coffee company. They're a roaster out of San Antonio. This is a really great Sumatran whole bean coffee. So yeah, I'll go through the process of making that for you, and I need a cup of coffee, and taking a break right now. So I think first thing that we'll do is get this stove going, get this boiling. Already popped water in the kettle. Not working on completely level ground here, so have to make sure nothing goes haywire. I think what we'll do is get my scale, see if this turns on. Yeah. So I'm gonna make this coffee. Tear that out. Using 20 grams of coffee for my slow pour. You know, I'm pretty much doing it the way that I was taught when I worked as a barista. But there's plenty of different ways to make really good coffee and make make slow pours. There's plenty of different recipes. You can use different amounts of water, different amount of coffee, and a lot of it can turn out really great. So weighed that out, got just a little over 20 grams. Pop that in my hand grinder. Pop this on and start grinding. So take a minute, but while the water's flowing will be great. We can prep our filter. I'm right near the trail, so other hikers are hiking by right now. So it's a really good crowd out here right now. I'm happy to meet some of the other hikers who are out here. So yeah, this is definitely a labor of love out here, because who wants to do this in the middle of a long day of hiking? But I think it'll be worth it and it'll be fun. So. Yeah, especially on the start of these first days, I can feel the weight of the pack on my shoulders, and it's just something you got to adjust to. But it's a good day. It's a little hot, not too hot out here. Everybody's hiking all covered up. Not a whole lot of cover and not a whole lot of shade out here in this stretch of the PCT in this bottom half in Southern California. So yeah, it'll be an interesting gig out here to try and find whole bean coffee in certain places, or have it shipped to me to keep the experience going. But definitely feel like I need it now, and it'll be a trip trying to get it to work. So I think that should be all of that. And put that off to the side for a minute. Grab my mug. I guess. Pop that on. Grab my filter, or the V60. It's got this little rubber ring around it to pop over the top of a vessel, but it just barely fits over my mug, so not thrilled about it, but I think it can make it work. These triangle filters, you gotta fold one of the ends to get it to fit nice and snug. In the V60, and then you want to rinse it a little bit, because these filters can have a little bit of a paper taste to them, and you want to just kind of heat everything up, because it makes it better for the coffee. So I've got this. Use just a little bit of water. Don't want to use too much while I'm out here. And that, and then yeah, try and get this boiling as soon as possible. But yeah, let that run through the filter. Sit for a minute, and then we'll get going. Yeah, I left my titanium spork in my pack. I'm gonna need that. I can just, we'll make do with a stick, so sort of whatever we can find to go. So this is almost at the temperature we want. So I grab this. I'm gonna, even though this is warm, I'm gonna drink this water. There we go. Turn this off. That water sit for a minute, and then get going. So I've got my coffee. I'm gonna even this out, and then dump this all in right there, right at 20 grams. So that's perfect. Give it a tap to level it out, and then get started on this again. So I'm gonna start the timer, and I'm gonna pour, for this recipe, I'm gonna pour 60 grams of water into the coffee. Start a process, it's called blooming the coffee. And that, where's my stick? Give that a little, so coffee, when you add water, the bloom, the coffee will release the gases that are trapped in the coffee. And so you want those gases to kind of release before you start pouring. And then give that just a little bit, and then once it hits 45 seconds, I'm gonna start pouring this to get to 360 grams of water. There we go. Give this a stir. And then also, there's a technique you can use to give the whole thing a swirl and let it drain. If you're doing it right, it should, using this recipe, it should take between 2 and 3 minutes to drain. Then you got yourself a cup of coffee, and yeah, this seems to be working. It's definitely a work in progress, but thought you'd enjoy it. So but yeah, we're about 2 minutes right now. It's almost done. I'll pull this off and have a cup of coffee. So we'll see.
Road crossing? Road crossing. You tried to put some sticks?
Yeah, it looks like we're about done. I think I might have the hand grinder set a little too fine. So this is taking a little bit longer to drop than I would like. So I'll adjust that right now, just while I'm sitting here, and hopefully that next time will lead to just a little bit better extraction. But yeah, so we got that right there, and we'll pull this off, set this down. So it also is something that making this coffee will be great, but also have to carry out the grounds. And so, you know, it's just one more thing, but a little bit of extra weight, but it seems to be working. So let me let this cool a little bit and try a little bit. Definitely be a little bit better, but like I said, it's a work in progress, and hopefully get it dialed in and have some really great coffee while I'm out here, and try and film as much of it as I can, because I think that's a really interesting thing. But again, you know, it's a little absurd that I've got this stuff out here, but you know, when you're passionate about something, it's you make it work. So so I'm gonna have this, then get hiking for the rest of the day, just a couple more miles, and get a good night's sleep, and then push on tomorrow. So doing really well out here, and I'll see you next time.